I worked a little bit, of course, but my last week I had my cousins in from Philly, so it was the best time just hanging out with family and barbecuing and doing.
How did the dancers pick their routines? Was it picked out of a hat, or was it from a board?
That's a good question. You'll have to ask Nigel. As far as I know, it was handled the same way that it's always been handled. They pick a number out of the hat, they see the numbers on the board, and they get to pick. So I don't know if everybody got the ones that they wanted or what happened on that. You'll have to ask the contestants and Nigel, as I really don't know.
What was it like? I mean, these dancers are Emmy Award-winning dancers, and we've known them from tour and from the season. What was it like just watching them back with different people doing it?
Yeah, I was really curious to see how that was going to work because I watched all the numbers on YouTube this morning before I ever saw the show today and just thought to myself, oh my gosh, how is anybody going to do it as good as that? It was so special, I watched Capone's face 2 times today. I watched that number, and Kayla, who is just so amazing, and I was like, how is anybody going to come close? At first, when I first saw Cole dancing, I thought, this is a little bit weird. It's quirky. He looks demented, like a demented doctor or something like that. But by the time he was so in it that you were so engrossed and engaged to it, by the end that it was like, you know what? That was a totally different take, but I absolutely love it. And Lindsay, my goodness, I don't think we saw that coming. When Kayla did this, she was a contemporary dancer. This was part of her thing. To see Lindsay dance also with complete abandonment and freedom like that, I mean, you have to really give her props because she's ballroom, and yes, she's been trained probably in other styles in her dance studio, but my goodness, most of her career has been dancing ballroom. She was amazing tonight, and that's actually what saved her. Yeah. I couldn't even believe she was down in the bottom anyways, I was just shocked.
How hard were making the eliminations tonight, and were you surprised of who was in the bottom?
Well, yeah, I think we were definitely surprised that Lindsay was there, and actually I think in the beginning of the evening, people were more towards Lindsay going home and keeping Amelia over Lindsay. And Amelia is certainly this really interesting person with this interesting look, and definitely had people on her side for sure going into the deliberation. But at the end of the night, I think we couldn't get over the performance that the addiction, piece saved her.
2 ballroom girls going on tour. That doesn't happen.
That hasn't happened in a while anyways. Shoot. So that'll be fun. And, it was interesting with the guys because I don't even think any of us originally thought, or I didn't. I mean, I think Nigel might have, but I didn't see Matthew falling down to the bottom. He's got such a look. He looks like a little Ryan Gosling. I think we saw him probably getting the votes probably all the way into the finale. But honestly, he's such a great dancer that he didn't bring the performance aspect of it, a really true, honest type of authentic performance, and that is what really held him back. Then we kind of looked at George versus Darian, and both of them tremendous dancers. I didn't believe Darian's performance tonight, but I loved the way that he danced tonight. I think he really brought it. And George, too. I think he actually elevated that role over Joshua, but then you go back, Joshua was a hip-hop dancer. George should have been able to elevate that and take it to the next level. Had it just been the same, I'd have to say he had to take a step back. So thank God he elevated it and saved his own patootie tonight.
Great talking to you. We'll see you.
Okay, thank you so much.